Is Frankie just a JustGymIt disrespecting his baby mamas? Is it about clout chasing, or is it that his personality revolves around that, his baby mamas and the women he's been with? Let's dive into it. Welcome back to BNN, and thank you for always keeping it here on BNN. So Frankie JustGymIt recently began a podcast alongside King Kalala and Christine Nampeera. These are the three hosts of the latest podcast in town, Three Truths, No Lie. So far there are only 2 episodes. The first episode was an introduction to the host, get to know the host, and the second episode was where they interviewed Jimmy Wanjigi. However, from both episodes we get to see Frankie JustGymIt tag along his baby mamas and say a couple of things. Now these are the things we'll be looking at in this video, and you'll tell me whether you feel these things are disrespectful to his baby mamas.
You don't see any future going back to any of your baby mamas?
I don't date women with kids.
This was one of the things he said in their first podcast that caught the attention of netizens. When asked whether he sees any future going back to his baby mamas, he responds stating clearly that he doesn't date women with kids. I think it's so wrong to say this, yet you have multiple kids with different women. So is your work to make baby mamas out here and then move on to the next woman? And then why did he say this publicly? I feel it's just like a punch in the face of these women who already have kids with him. He also confessed some of the things that he's into. Let's take a listen.
How is that not gay? You don't have your ass ate?
No, you're not understanding.
There's a difference.
Putting a finger inside your ass is different.
PG. Sorry, mommy. But
what?
Yes!
You cannot put...
Nakufinga siana.
As long as it's a chick, it's not gay.
It's things are going up your ass is gay!
Frankie, you're a dad.
Of course, that is information we do not need, but now what does it mean? He has said he likes that, and now people might just conclude that the women he's been with have done that for him, you know? And of course, again, this is not information we needed to have, but just look at the picture it paints regarding these women. And why is he putting it out there? And then last but not least, in his recent interview, which is where they were interviewing Jimmy Wanjigi, as Jimmy Wanjigi was giving out the story of he and his wife and talking about how you need to be dating a clever girl, Frankie JustGymIt interrupted, saying how he got himself pretty lawyers.
Marry a clever girl. Hey, you see why I got pretty lawyers?
That statement right there, what he did right there, might not seem like a big deal, but when you combine everything we've talked about in this video, it is actually a big deal. Because look at it this way, Frankie JustGymIt does not intend to have serious relationships or seriously get involved with his baby mamas again, but here he is bragging about how he's bagged himself 2 pretty lawyers. So if you don't have any plans with them, why are you busy airing out the things you've done together? Why are you busy speaking about them in this podcast? I feel like he might even drive away prospects who might be interested in his baby mamas. He seems to be claiming them on this podcast and airing out some of their issues, but at the same time he still doesn't want a serious relationship with them. I feel like if you are just co-parenting, maybe keep them out of your business. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. But as I was doing some research, I realized that this is actually not the first time Frankie JustGymIt is mentioning his baby mamas or dragging them along in his conversations on this podcast.
The women who I've been with, the 2 ladies who I've been with, they didn't have the father figure.
Oh.
And this is something even Corazon and I have talked about.
Okay.
She's never had a father figure. Her dad wasn't really there full time. So, and when the dad would come around, anamuuliza for something. You understand? But firstly, I want to apologize to Corazon. That statement within that interview, I think it wasn't my part to say, especially to talk about the situation that you've been through. It wasn't my part to say that.
Well, he's definitely right about that. There's a lot of things he's said that was not for him to say and shouldn't even have been revealed to the public in the first place. Let me know if this was your partner. Would you be okay with this? Engage with us in the comments, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you for always staying tuned here on BNN and watching our videos and engaging with us. Thank you. Stay tuned for more.